Hi, welcome to my tag a day, making a tag a day challenge, day 5. So today we're going to make these tags, and these are made out of product packaging, either cereal boxes. This one looks like it was a Craisin box, and I don't actually mind seeing what was behind it, but if you do, then just do more coats of gesso or paint. So I started with my tags, and then I used inexpensive flat acrylic paint. And the reason I'm using flat instead of shiny or satin is you can write on flat acrylic paint with markers if you wanted to, or and I don't know, I like using it. If I have, my go-to choice would be flat paint for an initial layer of even a journal page if I'm gonna not use gesso or I just like the texture of the flat. It just allows me to build up. So, get your paint down however it works for you. Credit card, brush, just thin. You do multiple layers. Like I said, I don't mind that you see the product packaging on the back. Okay, so then move on. The next step would be I made myself a little stencil out of a cornflake box, and I just used an X-Acto knife and cut it out. I wanted it to look like a Christmas tree, but not so. I also wanted to be able to make multiples, and so that's what I did. I do have a stack of like little scrap paper, as you can see right here, and what I've added here is I've cut little scallops out of my scrap paper. If you guys ever watch me do painty papers, you know how much I love making painty papers, so this is just a way to add. You could add anything. If you had a really cool newspaper or magazine pages, just add some interest to it. Yeah, just something to add interest to your tag. So, and then I'm going to go ahead and use some permanent glue and glue it down. Now this one already has a piece of texture on it. So maybe I'll add it to another one. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll go ahead and add it to this one. So you guys, the idea of making a tag a day is just to art. Give yourself permission to play in art. There's no right or wrong. It's just supposed to be fun. And right now I'm making holiday tags, but when the holidays are over, it's just a small format, and the size of these tags are about, I think they're 2.5 by 5. So, but you can, if you want your tags larger, make them larger. If you want yours smaller, make them smaller. Just an opportunity to spend 15 minutes a day making art. I need to put more glue on it. This book page was double, the book page that was on top, the one that was painted on, was really thin, and I doubled it by adding another page to it, and it's a little thicker than my normal book pages. You could do this with magazine pages. You don't even have to use painty papers. I mean, do it however you want. Like I mentioned, the idea is just to have fun making small art. It's just really about taking the time to make art and have fun. So I'm just going to use a paper towel. This is actually, paper towel that I later make flowers with, and just add paint inside the stencil. If you wanted to use a stippling brush, you could. A lot of times I think, we forget, or we think that we need certain types of supplies in order to take the time to art. And I hope that you just take the time, period, Give yourself permission to art. And then the next step is super easy. I'm using really inexpensive acrylic paint. These Folk Art brand, Americana brand, and Deco Art brand. So, and you don't have to be a great artist. This is just really about sort of like an exercise in creativity. An exercise in creativity and an exercise in fun. You know, there's no right or wrong, just fun. And then the next thing I'm going to do is add my little polka dot ornaments on it. And what I've done is I've used the back of a paintbrush. You could use a pencil, use whatever works for you. You know, there's no right or wrong. It's your ornament, it's your tag. You know, you can make these to hang on a tree, you can make them to give away. Doesn't matter. You can put them on a gift. I mean, I think it's a really nice little, especially if you have holiday, like teacher gifts, or, you know, gifts that maybe you're not spending a lot on. A little handmade tag or card is, I think, a really nice personal touch to, you know, to making your own, putting your own like little signature on things, right? I have a whole basket of tags that I've made since I've decided to do this tag a day challenge, which is just really all about taking the time to make art. I have a whole basket, so it's kind of fun. So here's one, and you saw how quickly that one's made. So, you know, take the time, enjoy the process. You know, there's no right or wrong. It's just about having a good time. This is a magazine page that I've painted on. So, and you can use different. You don't have to scallop. Use whatever you want. You know, don't feel like just because I'm choosing product packaging that you have to. Maybe you have amazing cardstock or an overflow of scrapbooking paper, or I don't know, something like that, something you'd want to add to, you know, whatever you have, use it. Use your stash. You know, so many times, at least for myself, I can speak that, you know, I save my paper, my good scrapbooking paper. I don't even know why, as if I'm like saving it for like some special occasion, or I don't know. Did any of you guys do that? You save your scrapbooking paper for a special occasion? Well, there's no more special occasion than everyday art. You know, these same small little techniques you can use in making greeting cards as well. If you wanted to make some fun, one-of-a-kind, unique-looking greeting cards, you could do something similar. You know, just have fun. You don't really even need a stencil. It was just, somebody had said to me, because I made some cards a couple of days ago with a snowflake stencil that I made using a die cutting machine, and I got a message from one of you that said, you know, I don't have access to that, so I just wanted to show you, look, you know, if you take a couple of minutes to make your tools, you can pretty much have, you can make exactly what you want. So, you know, it's just about, you know, you figuring out what works for you. You know, there's no right or wrong. It's your art. Make your art in a way that works for you. I want my tree to be a little bit bigger than it is. So, you know, don't think about like, oh, well, I don't have that, or I don't have this, or, you know, instead just enjoy it. Enjoy what you do have. Enjoy making product packaging tags, you know, enjoy, I mean, if this interests you, You don't need a die cutting machine. You can cut these by hand. That's why I purposefully made the tags the way I did, so that you wouldn't, because I knew somebody would say to me, oh, I don't have a die cutting machine, so I can't do it. And that's not it at all. That is not it at all. You know, you don't need a die cutting machine. You know, you just need, I mean, where were we all before we had all that, you know? I don't have a thin tipped brush. So I'm just putting a little paint on the end of a pencil because it gives a more fine point than, you can also, you know, people don't have metallic markers either. So like, look, isn't this a great like substitute for metallic markers if you don't have them, if you want to do some like cool mixed media outlining? You know, use your pencil like a quill brush. You know, this is really just about play. Happens to be the theme this month because we're around the holidays, this holiday theme. But as I continue on during the year, it'll be just art for the sake of art, with no expectations of anything. You know? You know, if you wanted to, you know, just doodle and have fun. You know, make your tags an expression of you. It doesn't have to be. There's no right or wrong. It's just supposed to be fun. Just fun. I hope you guys are having a good holiday season so far. Today we had my youngest daughter had a holiday concert, and it's only the very beginning of December, but it has already started. The holiday concerts. And they take their holiday stuff so seriously here. It was very serious. It was a very serious, as serious as you can be at, you know, in 5th grade, but it was very sweet and very, you know, just, it was sweet. But people came in their, you know, fancy hairdos, and it was very sweet. It reminded me of, like, you know, like when you're a kid and you just go to have fun. She enjoyed it. She was talking all about how nervous she was, and it was very sweet. You know, keep working on it until you're done. Only you know when you're done. But the whole idea is just to have fun. Make them a little bit different. But I think they look great. I think they're handmade and they look fun. You know, so enjoy what you're making. Well, this was Tag-A-Day, day 5. I hope you join me on my quest to making small art every single day. And as always, from my heart to your heart, I'm sending you so much aloha. Happy holidays. Take care.